Hello, before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you know on the video that you'll be seeing preceding this short little clip, I had an issue with the mic or with the video recording, so a section of it ended up not recording my audio. So I will be doing a voiceover or attempting to do a voiceover for that part of the video. I just wanted to make you aware if it seems a little bit weird or off. I'm going to do the best that I can. It's a learning process. As you know, this is life by the moment, and this is how our channel works. So come follow me, join me for this video, and I hope you enjoy the recipe. And if you have questions, feel free to post them in the comments. Glad you're here. Hello, and welcome back to Life by the Moment. As you can tell, we've got something cooking. Today is January 14th, 2026, and I'm coming to you live at this moment of the recording in my kitchen. And I just am going to throw together an easy, quick meal. So here we have got some chicken breasts that I've diced up nicely. I know that may not be everyone's thing, but there was a really good deal, and although it is not, all the organic and all that stuff, sometimes you just got to do what you can afford, and I've got a family to feed. I've also picked up some of this. Haven't tried it, but I've had this brand before, and it is pretty good, this brand, so I'm hoping this will be a lovely addition. Got some broccoli here, it's still frozen. Some heart of palm. If you haven't tried that, it's a really good option if you're looking to cut carbs. And I find that it absorbs flavors very wonderfully. This here is some freshly grated Parmesan. You could do your own, but we really enjoy this and it makes things simpler. And then I've got various seasonings here. We like to do salt and pepper. We love garlic. This fresh minced garlic is really easy to work with. Less work is always the best thing. And some basic Italian seasoning. You could use any seasonings that you want to use. This is an experiment. As you'll come to know on my channel, and as this channel is Life by the Moment, that's kind of how I do my cooking. I kind of, for the most part, I can follow a recipe. Pretty much anyone can follow a recipe, right? But sometimes I just like to throw things together on a whim and just see how it comes out. A lot of times my family and my kids have said, "Mom, you got to put these recipes together for us so we have them." And one of these days I will get better at that. As the kids were little, there were some regular recipes that I would throw together and they would just love them. And I've always liked to keep things simple when it comes to cooking. I had 4 children I was raising, so between sports and all their activities when they were younger, it was really hard to get food on the table. And also you have to watch your budget with a large family. Now there's only one adult child left in the home. As you can tell, it's still really hard for me to learn how to cook for less people. But that's okay, because then we'll have leftovers, right? So if you've followed along in any of our other social platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, I did a little bit on Pinterest over the last few years, you would know that my husband and I were involved in a freeze-dried food company, and we sold freeze-dried food. Don't worry, this is not a sales pitch. We no longer are with that company. They've gone a different direction, and we are also moving in a different direction. But I will show you. So in here I've added, you can see little bits of freeze-dried onions. We love freeze-dried, we love onions, but freeze-dried makes it so much easier because there's no chopping and dicing and all that. Again, I said it's not a sales pitch, but we happen to have the freeze-dried onions because We do have some food storage from that business. I've also added some salt and pepper that I showed you before, and just because I want to make sure the flavor's right and it doesn't stick at all, I've added a little bit of, you can see that there, some extra virgin olive oil. I just drizzled it on. I am not sponsored by any of the products that you see here. So all of the things that I'm using here, I'm not receiving any kickback or any sponsorship from it. These are just the products that I've chose to use today, and some that we're familiar with that we like. I just noticed my daughter's pictures in the background there. I have an artist, and that's her work. Very proud of her. Anyway, let me move on with this so that you can see what I'm going to do next. Right now, I'm presently thawing the broccoli out. I just don't want it to be completely frozen when I add it to the chicken right there. And so that's what I'm doing. I think in the meantime, I may add the tomato soup right there. And then I have the noodles. Again, not sponsored. We do like these because of the lower carb factor. If you're looking to watch your carbs, they do absorb flavors really well. I don't know if I already said that. And then I will top it off with the Parmesan. If I decide to add anything else, I will let you know. I just wanted to point something out to you, a little tip, if you will. These jars are really awesome to reuse. I don't think that you can pick it up on the camera, but they do have measurements. Maybe you can slightly see. They have measurements. You could sanitize these jars. I have put them in the dishwasher, but I'm not recommending that because I don't want to be liable if something happens in your dishwasher. I would remove the labels if you do that, but you're on your own. I don't want to mess up anybody's warranty or anything. You could simply wash them by hand. But you can reuse these jars. If you like to do dry food prep, like I said, we have some freeze-dried food, and I have done prep meals in there, and then all you have to do is add the liquid. So I've also done salad for my husband. You put the dressing in the bottom of the jars, and then add whatever is your flavor for salad. And so it's great for on the go, and you're eliminating waste in the landfill. I've also thought about making candles or something to that effect in the jars. I did have to stop myself from saving jars because I got quite many. So for some time I stopped collecting them, but I've now realized there are groups like on Facebook that a lot of people will take the jars. So if I do get an overage of jars, I could probably put them up on those free Facebook groups too as well. I just thought that was a great tip, and I just wanted to share that with you. So now you can see that I've added that soup mixture, the creamy mushroom herb bisque, to these, I think they're 9x12 Pyrex, whatever they are, dishes. They might not be Pyrex. And I just wanted to give you some info on, because I didn't give you any measurements on things. So you see that those soups are 24 ounces. And that might be loud on the video, sorry, placing the jars. Also, I used one package. They were 4 chicken breasts. Now, they weren't organic or anything like that, so I'm sure they were plumped up. They were on sale. It was a good deal. Don't judge me. But I did approximately 2 breasts in each pan, and I chopped them up to sizes that we liked, almost bite size, maybe a little bit bigger than bite size. And next I will add the palm pasta. This palm pasta needs to be rinsed really well. So I usually rinse it really well in the sink and drain it before I add it to my dishes. We usually like the spaghetti because we like the thinner, but I figured for a dish like this, the thicker linguine style pasta would be a better choice. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to rinse those and get them ready. So giving this pasta a good rinse here. This is what they tell you to do in the package. So I'll rinse that really well. You could even like kind of soak it and then drain it. I'm using my salad spinner, so I could spin out the extra water if I wanted to, but I think it'll be just fine. I'm going to do that. My hands are clean, no worries. So here's my blooper. I promised I would be honest with you guys, so I'm going to show you my blooper in this recipe. I guess I should not have used my salad spinner. You can see how much of that palm pasta was stuck, and there's even more in the drain, so I'm going to have to clean that up. So I guess that wasn't the best decision. I did find it useful to drain the liquids from the broccoli after thawing those a little bit. I hate using the microwave, but I did cheat and use the microwave to thaw. And I may cut some of these up just a little bit, some of the bigger pieces, and I'll show you what that's looking like. Now you can see I did the best I could to divide that as evenly as possible. It was a 32 pound, package of broccoli. So approximately, say, one pound for each, just a little over a pound for each. I guess you'd call it a casserole. I didn't name it yet. I will probably cover these up at first, and I still have some ingredients to add. I'll show you that in a minute, just so that I don't want this palm pasta to burn. I may uncover it at the last bit, like you would kind of do with the lasagna, I guess. And I most likely am going to have to mix everything in after a while. I want to get everything evenly coated with the bisque. So let me add the rest of the seasonings and I'll be right back. Okay, so now you can see that the broccoli's in. I also added the Parmesan cheese. I sprinkled on some of the Italian seasoning to our taste. I didn't do a measurement. A lot of times I don't do measurements. I do by smell, sight. That's just the way I do it. And that Parmesan container could also be reused if you wanted to. I don't really have a need to reuse the plastic container, so I didn't do that. I am imagining that this will probably take me about an hour to cook, and I'll get back to you on that. I do have some more tips that I'll also share with you. This is where my audio might cut out, so I'm going to do the best I can to recapture the moment for you. As you saw, I had the oven preset to 350. I placed the 2 pans in the oven, and then I set the timer for 30 minutes so that I could uncover the casseroles, stir them if needed, check them, and I did that. It actually took me about 1 hour to cook in total. Here's where I sat down to go over the breakdown of ingredients with you, the cost or my approximate cost for ingredients, and where I purchased the items. Then later I talked about a few tips that could help you along the way. First of all, my ingredients. I purchased 4 chicken breasts on the larger size from Aldi. They were on sale at $13.01. The approximate cost was $2.49 per pound. Also at Aldi's, I purchased 4 linguine palm pastas. Those were 4 packages at $1.79. I believe they are regularly $3.99, and if you go to Walmart, you can purchase 2 packages. They're slightly more expensive, for $12, I think it was when I looked it up. At Walmart, I purchased my 32-ounce frozen broccoli package at $2.88. And also back at Aldi's, I purchased 2 24-ounce creamy mushroom herb bisque soup jars. Those were on sale, and I believe they were $3.99. The regular price is approximately $4.09. It varies store to store. Then I purchased my 5 ounces of Parmesan cheese also at Aldi's for $3.09, which brings my subtotal to $34.12. I had on hand minced garlic, my Italian seasoning I used. I also mentioned I had freeze-dried onion and etc. All those other ingredients on hand, salt and pepper. So you may have to add those into your cost. I would consider purchasing things on sale. That's going to be your best bet for money saving. As I said, I am used to making purchases for a large family, and now that we've downsized, I'm still getting into the mindset of purchasing in smaller quantities. But this is good. If you have a large family, these tips are going to help you. You want to look for sales. You want to buy in season. Your ingredients are going to be much cheaper. Say if you have to purchase a zucchini or broccoli, if you wanted to purchase it fresh, or an onion, you're going to do much better if you purchase in season than out of season. And it might be different for you depending on location. We are in the Northeast. If you are out west or somewhere where it's sunny all of the time, then you're going to have in season for most of the year. This recipe allowed for 2 large meals, so I had enough to freeze one pan, or I could have invited family and friends over. I have enough I could freeze some, or I could divide it into smaller portions for, say, lunch meals. It's a great way to use those jars I talked about before. Voila! And this is the finished result. We're calling this one our low-carb chicken pasta bake. Doesn't it look delicious? Thank you for joining me on this cooking adventure. I hope you enjoyed it and it offered something of value to you. If it did, please consider liking and subscribing for more content from us here at Life by the Moment. Returning friends, we appreciate you. Be kind and be blessed.